Okay, this video, it's all conjecture, there's no truth to what we're saying. It's just what we want to happen, not even what we think will happen, but like if it was a perfect world, this is what we would want to happen. So don't take this too seriously. It's just for fun, okay? All right. Also, before the video starts, I do have a Discord server. You guys can come join it and talk and do whatever you like to in it. We have fun, but there's not a lot of people in it right now, so if you guys want to make that Discord server bigger, be my guest and join it. Cool, let's go. Hello.
Hey.
Okay, don't talk until I tell you to talk.
I'm talking, bitch.
This is Mr. Meech, and we are here to talk about an interesting topic today. I have done one other Dragon Ball video that actually came out rather recently, but this is going to be on a different topic. That one was more talking about just how I feel about the series and that kind of stuff, but this one's kind of a more focused topic. It's going to be how or what does the future of Goku slash Vegeta slash Broly, or kind of just the Saiyans as a whole, what is it going to be like? What are they going to do? Because at this point, they're kind of like gods. Like, what? It doesn't seem like that they'll just be able to settle down and have a normal life. It seems like something's always going to be happening to them. So, here to talk about that today is my little sister, Gianna. Say hi, Gianna.
Hi.
She has been watching Dragon Ball just about as long as I have, so she knows her stuff, but we are just going to go into it. I mean, what do you think, Gianna? I mean, you don't have to talk about all of them, but what do you think so-and-so is going to do? Just tell me your opinion on one, and we can, I'll tell you how wrong you are.
Well, our first topic that I think both of us agree on is the progression of Vegeta and Goku becoming gods. Well, Vegeta becoming more of a god of destruction for Universe 7, and then Goku becoming more of an angel. Because, angels have that ability to stay constantly in their Ultra Instinct form, which Goku showed he tapped into that sort of during the Tournament of Power. And apparently in the manga, they've kind of taken that a little bit farther. I haven't quite read
Right, yeah.
that.
So you haven't read I actually read the manga in preparation for this, so I kind of know what's going on. But also, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Goku, since they went on different paths, this is something I touched on in my other video, they're not... Vegeta's no longer chasing Goku anymore. That's something I think is really good. Like, I think they needed to do that. And I think a further progression in which they could take that is, angels and gods of destructions, they do sort of the same thing, but they have different powers, And I'm sure Whis could probably use the Hakai technique, but, I don't think he needs to, but that, because it's kind of Beerus' job. So, in the manga, Vegeta has been training with Beerus, and Goku is going to be training with Whis. So, it just makes sense. But, yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good path for him to take because, like you said, he's kind of always felt that he's been in Goku's shadow and he's always been trying to reach him. So having, a universe that he's, in control of, that Goku would kind of just oversee to make sure, he doesn't do anything dumb. I think it would be really great for his character to finally, have something. Because, he was the Prince of all Saiyans.
Sure.
So I feel having that title, that power back for him would be kind of interesting to see how he would handle it. Because we saw when he felt that he was the Prince of all Saiyans, he was the bad guy, tried to kill everybody. Wasn't a good situation. So seeing how him and Goku work together, I think would be an interesting dynamic because ultimately Goku would be able to
keep him in line.
The angels I think could very easily take on any of the gods of destruction. That's their job. They're there to check them. And so, I don't know. I think that'd be a cool development for the storyline.
Well, that's interesting. I hadn't even thought about that. He was in line to become, king of Planet Vegeta, but since Frieza said no, he wasn't. So that's kind of interesting, because he would have been just like his father if he would have, grown up on Planet Vegeta and, became king. But, since he's had all these experiences here on Earth, I think he'd rule the universe a little bit differently. So that's interesting. I hadn't even thought about that. That's a good point.
But then we bring in Broly to the factor, like into all this, because they didn't even know about him, and he just came in here, and he was a whole different like entity. He was crazy.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, I don't see him becoming a big figure in the universes. I know we had talked a little bit before about him, like becoming a Kai, because there's Kais of like the North, South, East, and West, and then the Supreme Kai, but or him becoming like another God of Destruction because there's multiple Kais but one God of Destruction. But that doesn't really fit because it would have to be the same in all universes. So
see, I think he's gonna get a God title. I think that Goku is Goku and Vegeta have the potential to become God of Destruction, Angel. I think he's going to become what Goku and Vegeta are to Beerus and Whis. Like they're like backup. Like in bad situations, they'll call on him to like handle like the fighting portion of it.
Right, yeah, because gods aren't supposed to be involved in mortal affairs, which is the reason why Beerus hasn't been fucking up everybody that's come to mess up the Earth.
I think he's a great character for it. Like he seemed pretty like level. Like he didn't seem like he was too like far gone or anything. Like he was evil or like just a goody two shoes. Like he seemed like he was pretty okay.
Morally gray enough to do the hard decisions, but not so gray that he'll go corrupt.
Yeah.
But also, he's fueled by rage. Like that's his whole thing. Like the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. He's like the Hulk. But they're gonna have to keep that in check. That's something that I really want to see Broly in the future of the story because they set up this really cool, interesting. It's got so many possibilities. This plot point, but they they've done nothing with it, and I don't expect them to do something immediately because the movie just came out. But I would really like to see. I honestly, I see Goku going to train with Broly some more, and trying to have Broly embrace like his inner Saiyan, because at the end of the movie he's like, call me Kakarot, don't call me Goku because Kakarot's my Saiyan name, so you're a Saiyan, so I'm gonna try to help you channel that inner Saiyan. And I think that really fits with his character because his power comes from, the Saiyan power, the Ozaru form. He I don't know what the fandom calls it. They call it so many different things, but it's having the power of a god, or not a god of destruction, power of Ozaru while not changing into the Great Ape form. So, I don't know if you've watched GT or not, but that's kind of what Super Saiyan 4 was. Like, the Great Ape was also able to go quote-unquote Super Saiyan or become the Golden Great Ape. And then they condensed that form down into human form, and it became Super Saiyan 4. So, maybe that's gonna kind of evolve into bringing Super Saiyan 4 into the main timeline, which I would really, really love because, damn, that form looks so fucking cool. But...
yeah, what I just thought about? Okay, so how at the end of the Broly movie, like you just like touched upon, like I think Broly and Goku are definitely like he's gonna help him like bring out like the inner Saiyan, and having, if they do take along this path of becoming gods, it would be Saiyan, and then Saiyan. Mm-hmm. Now, because I know I touched upon this with you, what if Frieza goes to Universe 6, trains with Champa, and then he becomes that god of destruction and kind of takes that more into like the Frieza's form of like the world, like with takes upon like his dad's world, like of King Cold, and just like makes that universe kind of his, and then Universe 7, ruled all by Saiyans, like overlooked by all of them, and then Universe 7.
That's kind of cool. I definitely think that's interesting because we've seen multiple times that Frieza wants to attain the powers of a god of destruction, and absolutely. He fucking hates Beerus. So what better way? Like I see him either going to Champa or Kitela, that stupid mouse that mouse guy from Universe 4. I see him, I see him leveraging the other universe's hate for Beerus to learn those powers to try to overthrow Beerus,
Yeah, I would like to keep the 6 and 7, though, because Beerus and Champa are brothers. Right. So two of, like, them, and that would keep, like, that...
partner universe.
Ongoing feud between, like, Frieza and Goku and Vegeta, which would... I don't think they really get along. I mean, obviously, a show when push comes to shove, they'll work together to not die. But like, I would like to see that continue because I don't think Frieza's ever going to become like a quote like good guy.
Yeah, I would really love him to like really be like kind of like a begrudging anti-hero with Goku and Vegeta, but I just don't see it happening as much as I would like to. I see what you're saying, you know, because they've always had that feud, and you know, bringing it to the scale of, you know, they have a universe at their command, that would be pretty cool. But I know
Angel.
What's that? You kind of cut out there.
I said, who would his angel be?
I don't see Vados changing at all.
Yeah, that would be
because the angels aren't tied to their gods of destruction.
This is true.
So
I mean, having because I think Frieza needs to progress more because he's always been sort of like a crackhead. Like he's always like really immature, always just.
Sorry.
He has like major crackhead energy, and I think it would be a great change of pace to see if he does ever become a god of destruction, to become more mature and like level-headed and more like meticulous and like,
you know, he was pretty meticulous back in the Frieza saga. You know, he wasn't really reckless. He was pretty reckless with revenge and revival of Frieza, but I don't think he was really.
I want him to like slow down because like he always, I mean, I'm not saying like he does everything like that second, but I'm saying like he has very,
he's impatient.
Yes.
Okay.
And having like more patience with it, I think would be really, because like I'd love to see him become a god of destruction and like Universe 7 not know.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I could see them freaking the fuck out.
I doubt Beerus and Shaw talk all the time.
But also,
like, they're not.
We have seen Frieza, you know, but like resist the Hakai technique. And remember when he just got out of the underworld with Goku for that day, and they had that fight. He had that Hakai energy, and he busted out of it. Remember that?
Yeah, but we also have to think about in Universe 6, if Frieza were to go over there, there's already 3 Saiyans over there that are most likely gonna protest him moving up in the world. I mean, Kaba is what, like Vegeta's like Vegeta's his mentor. Like or do you think they'd like travel over to Universe 7?
So, you know, holy shit, you know, I know everybody wants a Universe 6 arc where the heroes go over to Universe 6 and do something. And I know everybody's kind of sick and tired of Frieza because, you know, he was in the original series and he got revived and he got brought back for the Tournament of Power, but, you know, he's free now, so it's not like he's going away. So if the Universe 6 arc was kind of central to holy shit, Frieza became or obtained the God of Destruction powers from Champa or Kitela, you know, and is wreaking havoc on Universe 6 looking for the Super Dragon Balls to do something, you know? That would be super cool. Mm-hmm. Because that would not only connect with the story from before, you know, Frieza came back, he got killed, he came back again, helped Universe 7 survive, and now he's looking to, his main ambition was to overthrow Beerus or obtain the God of Destruction powers, so he does that, and now he's looking to overthrow Beerus. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool. I mean, that's something I hadn't really thought of, so,
No, because those 3 are sitting over there, I mean, because I know, Kale, they gave Goku, I mean, they get a decently hard time in the tournament, so having them progress as characters would be interesting to see.
Yeah, not just fucking...
Having Kaba train with Vegeta to see, because, I mean, he views, like, Vegeta's on a platform.
Right.
So having Goku and Vegeta go over to Universe 6 would be great.
Maybe bring along Broly.
Yep. Because, I mean, does he, I guess I have a question. Is he aware that there are, other than Vegeta and Goku, more Saiyans out there?
Are you talking about Broly?
Yes.
No, he has no idea. I mean, because they didn't mention it.
For him. I mean, I feel like this would give him a little bit, like, more hope, like maybe tone down his rage.
Well, I don't think he's mad about the race being destroyed. I think he was more mad... he was just mad because Paragus made him... or told him to be mad, you know. He was more of his pawn, so I don't think he's going to be really mad that there's more Saiyans, because...
Or maybe hopeful is what I'm trying to say.
Right, you know, that his heritage isn't lost, because he's not as, like, you know, dismissive of it as Goku is, and Vegeta obviously cares about the Saiyans a lot, but, you know...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I know we've talked about Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. What are you thinking for Goten, Gohan, and Trunks?
Gohan, sadly, I mean, no, they brought him into the Tournament of Power, so I think that is kind of foreshadowing his program, because he was, friends with, like, the Kai? Was that what he was doing?
Yeah, he went and trained with the Supreme Kai.
I think he leaned more towards there. Goten, I mean...
I just want to see them do something, you know? I want to see them get older.
I mean, Trunks, we had, like, that future Trunks come, so, I mean, I think Trunks is gonna start to move things along in his character. We'll see some more out of him, and then hopefully, since he's doing that, hopefully Goten will get his butt in gear.
Yeah, because Goten is us following Trunks, and Trunks is always following Goten. Yeah, I just, sometimes I just wish they would do some more with Goten and Trunks, because for sure Goten and Trunks would have been more helpful than, you know, Roshi. Well,
hey, don't hate him. Man did killer.
I mean, yeah, he did good, but I'm convinced Goten and Trunks would have done a little better. You know, he did have the Mafuba, but that kind of didn't work, so...
Yeah, it would have been... It's going to be nice to see... It's going to be interesting to see what they do with them. That's going to be different from what they've already showed us.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. I honestly, I don't even need them to fight. I just kind of want to see some funny stuff with them, because in GT, Goten was kind of a playboy, and that was fucking hilarious, you know? He was, like, always getting pussy, and I was like, alright, Goten, you know? But I just want to see them do something. I don't want to see them, you know, protecting an island and whatever. You know, I want to see some progression of character, not just stale. And that's something I think Dragon Ball as a whole is kind of, Dragon Ball Super at least, has been kind of guilty of, you know, making their characters into kind of one note, static, not changing characters, because Vegeta hasn't changed since the beginning of Super, Goku hasn't changed since the beginning of Super, you know, nobody really has, save for maybe Gohan, really haven't gone under any real change except for, you know, gaining more power.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically all I want to talk about, was the future of some of the Saiyans. But thank you so much for being here, Gianna. It was cool to have some fresh perspectives, because I didn't think about that whole Frieza thing in Universe 6 and stuff like that. So yeah, thanks for being on.
Well, yeah, of course. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Peace out.
Peace.
Okay, that was the video. Thanks so much for watching, guys. It really means a lot if you made it all the way here. I really appreciate your guys' support. It means so much. So I will see you guys in the next one. I think you'll like it.